happens when over 40 teenagers from the United States of different faiths come together in the Holy Land.
Again, anybody questions, comments, thoughts? If light were better than dark.
I'm always learning about Jerusalem in textbooks, and to finally actually see like the Wailing Wall, the Dome of the Rock, and to just be here, it's kind of unbelievable. And like realize that the world's like such a big place, and people and the perspectives, like we should respect them.
Even though we are different religions, like I still feel as though we can connect because we're all teenagers. We go through the same things. We have the same questions about some of our religions, like so we really can connect.
I think that this is a great chance to come in at this age before people have sort of made up their mind and started rejecting opposite ideas to really explore themselves and how they relate to others. I think that this was a great choice to do it at this age. It's a little bit difficult, of course, because at this age you may not know everything there is about your own faith. You may not know everything there is about the political disputes, specifically here, the Arab-Israeli conflict, but at the same time it's a great opportunity for people to make personal relationships before they start to explore these issues in more depth. Later in life, at least they're going to know one another and be able to relate to one another, and I think that's of the utmost importance.
Over the winter break, the Jewish National Fund sponsored the first Common Ground mission to Israel of teens from the Philadelphia area. 10th and 11th graders set out on a journey of discovery, learning about themselves, about their own faiths, and that of their peers. In discussion and debate, they shared their differences and also celebrated their commonality.
The similarities and differences of our religion.
And represent like how we can all get along.
I really like when we have our discussions because we get into debates. I really like debating about things. And I really, like I said, I really like to hear other people's opinion. So that was the most interesting for me.
To be honest, I came with preconceived notions of what religions are, how different people act, how different people do different things. And I feel like this trip really broke down my prejudices, if I can say that, towards other people.
Experiencing their diversity while traveling throughout Israel added an enriching dimension to the process.
Then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do."
B'simcha. He would like to ask you a question.
Meeting with local representatives of the different faith groups helped to clarify and put a human face on the issues.
It's different reading about it in the Bible and then seeing it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is really real, and it helps your faith to grow.
The chapel is now covered by a huge rotunda. There are numerous...
When we left the United States, we met 2 times before coming here, and the kids automatically got, just became really unified and together as teenagers in America. And when coming to Israel, these kids were faced with issues that they would never have had to deal with in America. Issues of faith, issues of politics. When they came here, you could see a development where at first the children were a little astonished and were a little confused about how to interact with these things, but you could see how they wrestled with these issues, and really saw a development of just not knowing that much in the States, coming here and becoming educated, having to deal with the conflict and how to resolve it, and now by the end of the trip seeing that they are actually able to work with these issues and interact with one another in a peaceful way.
We have Muslims and Jews living one next to each other. We actually walk the same streets, we breathe the same air, we do everything together. And this is, I think, a bit of the message that Jerusalem has to bring to you and to this trip, that it can go together.
Qualified educators and tour guides facilitated the educational process and turned the country into a living classroom.
We have to go all the way up here to find a nice valley that takes us to the Dead Sea and then come down.
The goal of the Jewish organization was first to build the state of Israel.
We just visited a church, and next door we just visited a mosque, and I was able to go inside since I'm a Muslim and go pray.
With all of this intense study, you may wonder, did they have fun?
Take it off.
She can handle it, folks.
I can handle eating this.
What are you eating, guys?
Hi, I'm really happy I'm in Israel.
At the end of the 10-day mission to Israel, the personal mission of each and every participant as ambassadors of tolerance and peace was about to begin.
In the beginning I was nervous because I was scared to come because it's so many people of so many different backgrounds. But now that I'm here, I feel like we truly did find common ground.
I learned that although people may disagree and that a lot of people may have different views, it is my obligation as a human being to respect other people's views, whether or not I agree with them.
We all do have our opinions, and we all have our own ways in reaching of God. I don't believe that there's only one way.
I go to a private Christian school, so I never really interacted too much with Jews and Muslims. But this trip really helped me to kind of understand their background and just different traditions and different things that they believe.
I definitely want to go back and read books and learn so much more about my own religion and my culture, and be able to then, once I know more about it, be able to teach others.
Being here has really helped all of us connect to our traditions and connect to one another's traditions, and I feel that these participants, these 41 kids, are going to go back to the United States as great advocates for peace between our religions and on political level between Arabs and Israelis, but also, you know, on the broader international level between all three faiths.